Welcome back. In breaking news this morning, Buckingham Palace has released a statement after police confirmed they're investigating whether Andrew Mountbatten Windsor had passed confidential documents on to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, this is a twist. For more, we're joined by entertainment editor Peter Ford. OK, what's the latest, Pete?
Yes, it is a twist, and a historic twist actually, because the King obviously responding to those incidents last week where people were shouting out, very not inappropriate, but they were unfortunate questions at the King and the Queen when they were out performing their duties. So this statement, I think, is very much to quell that, to try and kill off any speculation that they are attempting to protect Andrew in any kind of way. The King talks about profound concern about the allegations, which continue, and he goes on to say, as far as a police investigation, they will fully support, not just allow or accept that it's going to happen, support. So I think those key words are very important. Now, what I do think is a bit unfortunate in terms of PR is it's not in the first person. It's not King Charles saying, this is what I think and this is what we're going to do. It's through a spokesperson. Obviously, every word has been approved. He probably wrote it himself in conjunction with a speechwriter, but it's not the first person. And I think that would have taken it to the next level. So what we're talking about now with Andrew, of course, this is very much not just him as a sex predator, but also treason with documents that have been allegedly leaked, which have been very damaging for the UK, and also done under the role of his being an envoy. So the story continues, and certainly King Charles is basically saying, come and get him, do what you got to do.
Gee whiz. All right, let's move on. As the search for American television host Savannah Guthrie's mother has entered its second week now, her daughter has released a fresh plea, Pete.
Yeah, here we've got this deadline supposedly coming up in 90 minutes or so. This seems like a last roll of the dice, a last-ditch effort to shift the needle. But I'll show you part of this latest one, which dropped about just over an hour ago, and I think there are very big points of difference. Something has changed in the tone and the demeanour. Now, you'll see, first of all, that Savannah is wearing some makeup and some lipstick. That in itself, I think, is significant. Her whole tone has changed. She's doing it solo. She's not using notes at all. It's almost like she's ad-libbing. She's perfectly capable of ad-libbing. But in the previous ones, she's always had notes there because I'm sure that she'd been told to use key words or to not use certain other words. That's why she had the notes. So this is very different. For the first time, she mentions the cops. In previous ones, she's made no mention at all. She's certainly not addressing the supposed kidnappers. So just take a look at it, and I think you'll see the differences for yourself.
I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help, no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson. If you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement.
So no mention of ransom, no mention of a looming deadline. Something significantly has changed. Has there been a realisation now this wasn't a kidnapping at all? It was something else. And according to this former FBI supervising agent, that's very much what he believes. His name is Ron Chadwick. Have a look.
Well, from the very beginning, this has been we'll call it a highly atypical kidnapping for ransom case. Initially, it was a $1 million demand, then it shifted to $6 million, been shifting deadlines. The ransom notes themselves have seemingly been, communicated through TV stations. So it's really disturbing and discouraging that, at least as far as we know at this point, the general public knows, we haven't seen no proof of life.
So this supposed deadline is 90 minutes away. If it means anything, who knows? But obviously Savannah is still out there trying anything she can.
Yeah, and time drags on. As Savannah said, we're into the second week of it now. It's heartbreaking. The Super Bowl and the halftime show still making waves 24 hours on, Pete.
Yeah, well, because it was controversial in the lead up to it. From the segment we call headlines you can write in advance, President Trump didn't like it. And he got onto social media to say it was, interestingly, one of the worst ever. Didn't go so far as to say it was the worst ever. Was very upset about some of the provocative dancing with children at home could see. So we kind of could have, predicted all of that in advance. But I think the other thing that is interesting to note is Serena Williams. She's certainly copying it. Now, an ad went to air in which she's promoting a weight loss drug called Roe. It's obviously been highly effective for her, but here she is actually injecting herself on as part of the commercial. Now, some people say this is sad, this is wrong. Here's a woman who was a great champion, a role model for young women, and now she's promoting this product. Others will say, why not? It's a legitimate product. You get it from the doctor. It has had a huge beneficial effect for her and for thousands, probably millions of other people. Why shouldn't she be promoting that? And of course others are saying this is all leading up to her comeback to tennis, which of course if she can pull that one off, there'll be a great ad for Rose. So that certainly got people talking. Meanwhile, in the casita, which of course we saw Bad Bunny's casita, which was all part of the presentation, I thought it was theatrically, it was incredible. And that Latin music is so good, so dramatic, and the dances I thought were great. But people like Pedro Pascal there, these people basically playing extras in the crowd. Cardi B, Jessica Alba. I thought it was great fun, and certainly if you look at Bad Bunny's sales overnight, he's gone to the top of the charts basically right around the world.
Okay.
Good stuff, isn't it? Thank you, Pete.